everyone, welcome back to our channel. Welcome to Geeky Chaos. Today we are here to talk about the Black Lives Matter movement. Today we have three panelists. Also with one of our members is Jay. So we're gonna each introduce ourselves and then continue on with questions. You guys know me, I'm T. My pronouns is she, her. I am Taneva on TikTok. And a fun fact about me is I like to play the piano.
My name is Giovanni. On TikTok, I go by Stowe the Tiger. My pronouns are he, him. Yeah, fun fact about me, I am an activist.
All right. Hi, I'm Z. I go by Z just about anywhere. My TikTok is Sailor Moon Turtle. My pronouns are she, her. And a fun fact about me, I've played trumpet for about 8 to 9 years.
Hi, I'm Kalika. I'm Midnight Persona on TikTok. I go by she, her. And I guess a fun fact other than cosplay is I've been cosplaying since 2008.
Hi, I'm TEETEE everywhere. You can add reacts to it at the end of TikTok. On TikTok, it's TEETEE React. I go by whatever you feel like calling me in that moment, and I answer. It just be that way sometimes. It is what it is. And fun fact about me, I did not have enough time to prepare that answer, so I'm a planner, and I didn't plan. Fun fact. There you go.
So, of course, you guys know what's going on around right now in the world. And my first question is, how is it affecting you?
I guess the question should technically be, how and when was it never affecting us? So the thing with the movement now is Black Lives Matter didn't just pop up when George died. This has been we've been talking about it in our music, in our dances, in our artwork, in our comedies, in our sitcoms. It's there. It has not changed. The only difference is everybody has a camera at their fingertips now. You can't deny it anymore when we're showing you that it's happening. That's the only difference. So it's always affected us. We've all had the conversation with our moms, we've had the conversation with our kids, and it was given to us. So there's never been a time that this is.
It's true.
100%.
Completely.
Yeah, I also piggyback on that. Like, especially, it affects me a lot because being a Black male, it's kind of like I kind of joke around, but not really joke around about it. I simply tell people, other young men, that we're an endangered species, which is kind of a fact. And so, like, to give that history to everybody else, it's like an ongoing thing. It's a nonstop thing. And so, like, it gets very tiresome because being like an activist for an organization, it's like you hear it every single day. It's like even when nobody else does, it's like just continue, and it just like wears and tears.
True. To tack on to all of it, the only thing I could add is with everything that's going on right this moment, it's a roller coaster of happy emotions and really depressive emotions. And like in one moment you're like, wow, people are listening to me. And the next you're like, but this should not have happened or taken so long for someone to just listen. So you're like excited that everything's changing and starting to actually be heard, but you're still like, okay, but I shouldn't have to answer every single friend who DMs me to say, okay, but what should I do? And you're like, I'm happy you're asking, but also please don't bother me. I'm tired.
It's exhausting.
Yes, very exhausting.
That's a very accurate statement too. And also them keep coming into our, I don't know if you guys are getting all these comments with we stand with you, we
Yes.
hear you, we see
Yes.
you.
Yes, all the
I
time.
really appreciate those, but on every comment, it would be from posts past like January, and I still see, I hear you, I'm like, I know you hear me and see me, but what are you doing to help in this
It's starting to
time?
feel less
Copy pasting
sincere.
comments.
Yeah, it's starting to
Yeah.
feel less sincere.
The first time I was like, you know what, that's sweet, but now I'm just like, can you stop, please?
Right. I think the biggest part right now is that a lot of the people that want to be allies do not understand what it takes to be an ally because they don't understand. So up until George Floyd, you know, that was the thing that, you know, broke the camel's back.
Mhm.
That's what we okay, that's enough now. We didn't say it what we didn't say it, y'all wasn't listening. Here you go.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, they are the people that love us, that actually see us. They want us to know they see us, and they don't want to be silent, but they also don't know exactly how to tread in these waters because they don't experience the things that we experience.
Yeah.
So they want to help, but they never walked a mile in our shoes. So it's kind of like, what do I do? You know, like if you have a family member being abused or something, and you've never been abused, you don't know exactly what to do. You just be like,
Mhm.
"You want me to help you escape? Like, what do I do?"
Yeah.
You know. So I think a lot of that is honestly out love, and it is a cry, you know, from them to us, like, help me, tell me what you need me to do. Because they don't want to just go out there and do something ridiculous and it kind of counterproductive. They actually want us to tell them what to do. Some people are worker bees and some people are leaders.
Mhm. I'm going to piggyback off of that with another question, like how you were talking about allies and how there are some, but then there's ones that consider themselves as allies, but they're not really allies. They'll make one or two posts. So how can you like differentiate which is really an ally and who really isn't? How do you feel?
Well, in my experience for allies, one or two posts is not equal enough to say that you're an ally, period. But allies are the ones that have your back pretty much 24/7. Like, and then also that would tell you when you're wrong, but still be on your side. So that's part of my experience. Is like, yeah, I consider you an ally. It was like you laugh with me, you cry with me, you fight with me, you argue with me in private. That's what I consider an ally.
Right.
Go ahead, Z.
Okay. To piggyback off of what you said, because I've actually recently had a discussion about allies and allies. I would also say people that are not allies in a sense, or people that only come up when it's considered quote unquote trendy. Like they'll only say stuff when things are happening right now, but as soon as it dies down, they go completely silent as if nothing even happened, rather than staying consistent throughout.
I completely agree. I see a lot of people who didn't say nothing before, but now they're so vocal on the platforms. And then I'm like, what if like in a month or two, this is over, as you said, Z? What? Are you going to still be as strong? Are you still going to donate, do those petitions and stuff? So,
Right.
okay.
So Jay, I think you were on that live when I said, how can you possibly love somebody and not acknowledge their pain? Right?
Yeah, what's that?
Right. We were talking about that. And as a friend, as a true friend and an ally, regardless of whether you're feeling something or not, it is important to know that an ally actually acknowledges our pain. They acknowledge that it's there and they want to address it. I know a lot of the allies that we have are new allies because they honestly had no idea the crap was going on because they had their blinders on. They legit had their blinders on because it doesn't affect them. They don't have to worry about being followed in the store, profiles, all of that. They don't have to worry about it. It doesn't affect them. But now they're seeing things and it's eye-opening for them, right? But they are acknowledging or attempting to acknowledge our pain. And I think that should be the main component in being an ally. I can copy and paste crap all day, But unless I actually acknowledge the fact that you are going through pain right now, that although George may not have been directly related to you, seeing him try and call out to his mom hurt you. Like that I feel like is the main requirement for an ally. They're making this about politics, and it's basically humanity. It's humanity. It's not. This is about humans seeing other humans and seeing that they're being wrong. And I just, as far as allyship, we do have some fake ones out there, because right now, being on the side of Black Lives Matter or being on the other side is Russian. There's no in between, right? Because we're all pushing the side of violence, so they feel like they either have to speak on our behalf or be against us.
Yeah.
In between. So we are gonna get a lot of fluff, but I'm happy it's happening because I am removing a whole lot of not so loving people.
Go ahead, Midnight.
To add to the ally in the posting situation, I agree that you should be posting and talking more. And I do have a lot of friends that don't post a lot as it is, or they'll like mentally can't handle too much. So another thing of allyship is those friends will check on me or check on people rather than constantly posting. They'll share links and they'll retweet and they'll check on people, because not all allies are necessarily, they have the strength to make videos constantly about what's going on. But they're doing their part by going, hey, I'm going to share everything you tell me that's, good, or I'm going to look for stuff and I'm donating and I'm here and I'm doing this. And are you okay? Can I come by? Like, I have a friend who's like, can I come by and give you a Red Bull? I know it's hard right now. Like, I know you like Red Bull. Can I drop something off? You need food. You need this. You need that. I know right now with stuff that's going on, it's hard to get out of bed. Do you need me to bring you food? What's going on? And I know from that's a lot of allyship too, because they're not necessarily as strong as we can be to talk about everything all the time. So they're doing their part by going, I'm going to keep you fueled and alive and okay, so that way you can keep fighting the fight, and I'm going to play, as I've said online, the priest, and keep healing you and helping you and, making sure you're doing okay, because I don't necessarily have the strength mentally or physically to do it. And that to me is also allyship, because not everybody does have the strength to constantly be posting and constantly be, doing that stuff,
Absolutely.
Yeah, so before you go to the next question, I just want to say to everybody who are allies, we love you.
Yeah.
We love you very much. We just don't like the fake ones. That's it.
Yeah. Yep.
Seriously.
Well, I mean, just to put this out there and piggyback on that, Jay, like legit, the amount of love, I don't know about y'all, but the amount of love that I'm getting in DMs from people that actually that have had me in life, just messaging me, hey, are you okay today? I just want you to know that if you need to talk, I'm here. Like,
it's amazing.
What? The love, okay?
Yeah.
It is.
It's a beautiful thing.
Dude, I get the other version. I get the like, all right, you ain't checking in, we're gonna have a problem. I'm like, excuse me?
You get the tough love. Because you can't handle the soft, nice love because you play too much. That's why you get the tough love. You're like, Jay, are you okay? Are you okay? Text me back. That's what you get.
Right.
Okay, the next question is to continue with the allies. What do you think are ways to help some of them understand? Because there are some out there who are willing to learn. So what are ways we can inform them and help them?
I mean, pay attention to links and the things that we're posting, because it's not like we're not actually trying to educate. And I think it's the best thing to keep your ears open. And, it's good to ask questions, but also take a second to look for yourself, because it's there. It's everywhere, so you can't just be like, so how can I help? Okay, first things first, move your hands and look around, because it's there. So, it's also not, I don't want to take away from it, but it's not necessarily our responsibility either, because you got to listen to everything too, because it's there,
I absolutely agree. Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, I would say, I thought you closed it. I thought you closed it. What happened?
They still loud. I'm sorry.
You gotta close my door back.
We're gonna edit that part. But no, as far as for allies, some of them that I actually talked to, their answer is like, well, how can you tell the difference between what's true and what's not true? I said, ask the question. It's like, this is like kind of like my profession. So it's like, and do research your own. Just look it up. All the information is there, because I know there is some people that look just like us that just don't get it. So, because they're quick to talk about everything else, and it's just like, I need you to be together. Like, come on now. Like, stop trying to fall into the loophole. Like, this is bigger than that.
Yeah. How do you feel that we are finally being heard?
It's the roller coaster. It's great. It's annoying.
Feels good.
It's joyous. It's frustrating.
Why it take this long though?
It's like,
Yeah.
It's been happening for a long time.
Yeah, we got a long way to go.
Uh-huh.
I guess I'm skeptical because we have been screaming it. Our parents screamed it. Our grandparents screamed it. Our great grandparents screamed it. And at some point they thought they were being heard. And we're still here. Right?
Yep.
So it's, for me right now, I'm skeptical about us actually being heard. And it doesn't help that the media naturally is not on our side. And will report anything that gives them more views rather than the whole story. But I don't actually think, I think people that we think are hearing us already knew.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all see Seth Rogen today? Homeboy went ham. He been telling people to F off.
Mm-hmm.
F, they talking about F your mama, F your grand. He out here saying Ben and Jerry.
Ben and Jerry went ham.
I'm getting
That is how you do it.
Flavor. That thing coming out. That new ice cream flavor. With blueberry.
Okay, like, speaking up loudly right now are people that already heard us. They already knew. But we are going to have people try to come to light, like the NFL. All of a sudden, they got something to say. Did y'all see me go ham on that? Did y'all? Sorry, I digress. The point is, I am still skeptical because when this dies down, when it starts to die down, which it ain't going to be anytime soon, are they still going to be able to receive it? Yeah. Or is this just going to go down in history as another civil rights movement? And, you know, a couple of generations from now, we're still going to be in the same boat.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely know. Yeah, I definitely know like a lot of like older generation. They just like, here we go again. Like, but like there is like key factors that are happening, but that's not even foolproof. Like now we have handheld video cameras; those not even foolproof. So it's just like we have a a very long road, because even though it looks like that we're finally going to get justice for Floyd and Aubrey, but what about like Breonna Taylor and the ones that came before that? And so it's just like, okay, I don't want this to die down. There's still more people that don't have justice.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Like the whole list. Can we go down everybody, please?
We'll be here. Right. We'll be here all day. It's just, are they going to change police reform? Or when are we going to be seen as people and not these? But I have seen the term inherently violent more times in the last 2 weeks than I think I've seen in my entire life to describe us.
Yeah.
Like, it's tiring. As a child care professional, I do this for a living. There was a point in time when Every time you turned on the news, another baby was getting hurt by somebody who took the same mission that I took, right?
Mm-hmm.
We changed the system. We changed the system. I am aware that I am not a bad child care provider, but I see that there's a few of them that's representing me that a way I don't like, and the system had to change, and they changed it. It's crazy to me that people expect perfection out of fast food workers, child care providers, the people, but the police.
Yeah.
There's some just cannot afford to be trash at, and that's one of them. Now, like that's literally one of them. And we have a long road to go because yes, there's a lot looting and rioting, but the police are responding to our peaceful protests to police brutality with
brutality.
Brutality.
It's in their it's in their face. They are talking about the looting and the rioting, and then the same news channel will flip to full on freaking riot gear. It looks like a game, like a video, and these people are holding signs and getting beaten, and the people still choose to focus on looting and rioting. It's in their face, and that just lets you know we have a long way to go. I don't really heard yet.
Yeah.
They're still focused on the wrong stuff. I caught it. I'm proud of myself there.
You couldn't let it loose. Just let it go. If it comes out,
if it happens, it happens. It is what it is.
It is what it is. Okay, so to piggyback off the looting, when I see who is looting, all I see is white people.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Do you see it?
all tea, all shade. Because I think they're just out there because they're bored at home. Some of them. They're just bored in quarantine. They're bored at home. So they're like, ooh, there's something we can do. Ooh, they're breaking stores. But no. If you see a lot of the news, it's them that are doing it. I see so many clips. One little boy had a skateboard and he started breaking the window of this store. And then this black guy just snatched the skateboard from him. Like, what are you doing?
Right.
So I feel like with them, they think they're helping, but they're making it worse. They're making us look worse in the eyes. Because with the news channel, all they see is like, okay, we're not going to show who did it, but we're going to tell them why it is.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
So when they show on the news, they're not saying, oh, these are the kids who looted. No, because of the Black Lives Matter movement, this is what's going on. The news like to twist up. That's why I try to send videos out all the time to let them see what's going on. They don't like to show the positive either. Like, with some of the soldiers like dancing in the street with people, helping them, taking a knee. No, they like to show the destruction that's not even caused by the people that are doing the movement. Go ahead, Midnight.
It's like when we have a natural disaster, people loot them too. But no one says, hey, there's a bunch of looters. They say, oh my God, there was a hurricane. And talk about the hurricane. They don't go, well, there was a bunch of looters down at Walmart stealing TVs while there was a flood going on. They only talk about the flood. So why, with this movement and this treatment, we're getting, oh, these terrible looters and rioters. And the same stuff happens during a natural disaster. You want to record that too? Or you want to save the people who are drowning?
Ooh, honey, the tea in this Zoom meeting is delicious. Jesus.
Thank you.
No, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's asinine. It's like we're too powerful. They're scared. They're like, let's put blame on them. Let's put more blame on them.
That and looting and rioting. You have to remember the Coast Guard and the police officers are the same people that were corralling victims from Hurricane Katrina and brutally attacking them. Some, the women came forward about being raped by officers, so on and so forth, during a natural disaster, during a state of emergency.
Okay, so I got to pick up. I don't want to piggyback on the writing. Now, before I say this, I'm gonna say I'm not condoning rioting and stealing stuff from stores and stuff like that.
No.
But I'm not. But when they started saying that we were doing it, I wasn't surprised that I started seeing our colors started doing it too, because they were just like, "Well, you already said that we were doing it.
I'll get in
Mine as
trouble,
well."
so.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
you don't blame me. I might as well get a new piece of sneakers or something. Like,
If you're gonna put me down for the crime, I'm gonna actually do it.
yeah, like it's not okay, but like, yeah, I feel that. It's like, well,
Can I ask y'all a question though, since we're talking about the looting? Let's
Go
just have a comedy minute for a second. What was the funniest thing y'all saw being looted since this
Cheesecake.
thing? Girl, that cheesecake.
Wow.
and the funniest thing is that has to be a display cheesecake, so it's not real. So they chose to steal a fake cheesecake, and the news focused on it. They don't leave the cheesecake out. Like they made that from scratch.
You know they were disappointed when they got home.
They were like, dang it. I mean, I hope they're a cosplayer, because at least they could use it as a prop or something. But like,
my favorite is
Get home. Can't slice into that mug. That was hilarious.
I saw two of them. So one, it was a guy walking out with a car seat and diapers.
oh
He came
my
with a car seat and diapers.
out of his kids, it's like, well,
Yo,
And then the second one, it was the iPhones. And so iPhone sent a message out on Twitter. It was talking about, yeah, go ahead and steal. We have them tracking, so just go ahead and give them right back.
we going to jail today.
They're like, go ahead.
like it's cool. We'll just catch it later. Don't worry about it.
There was one where I think it was a Walmart they went in, and then you see everybody running in, running out, running in. This one person had a cart, was walking.
taking the time.
Like, sir, you're not gonna run with us.
You're not shopping.
He's like, his cart was so full, and then afterwards he was just jogged out. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
And the thing is, nobody is gonna stop him. That's why he was like, I don't know why they running.
What my heart for? Like,
Why am I sweating? I'm gonna walk this out. And I'm like, no.
Like, I can't condone it, but I can't get mad at people who do
Right?
the car seats and like food. Like, they're not taking watches. They're like, look, my family's hungry,
Right.
and all this is going on right now.
He was like, this is the perfect time.
I'm about to I'm gonna be set for a little bit. I know it's wrong, but I gotta eat. So
Right.
We're not
And I
condoning
mean,
it.
we're not condoning it.
Out.
We're not condoning it.
Cut this part out.
everybody we're laughing about the looting, but please keep in mind, big stores like Target, Walmart, they are fully insured, honey. They are not hurting
Yeah.
in any fashion or form.
Yeah,
They're
we just don't condone black-owned businesses.
Yeah,
I don't condone any of it, but
I don't condone it, but which is which is another point. People are saying that the fires and like looting and everything and all the black-owned businesses and the small places, and I'm like, you really think we would rob from our own, neighborhood and our own stores? You really think we'd be breaking into our own shops and our own? No, someone is running around and making it worse, because if there's a whole apartment building that's for like low-income housing, you really think we're gonna go, well, I'm home, I'm gonna light it on fire? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
Thank you.
You're not about
I
to
live there.
Pop shops.
Thank you.
Yeah, like, no, it's the Target was like, okay, but then like the regular small mom and pop, that don't make no sense. Like,
We're not hurting mom and pops.
no.
We protecting them. Just like, wrong store. Wrong store.
a lot of states and cities, so on and so forth. But in most places, in order to have a brick and mortar business, you have to have insurance, a certain amount of insurance. And so, although it does hurt when you put your blood, sweat, and tears and setting up and decorating all this other stuff, you should be fully insured in case something happens. What happens if the building next to fire and your building is affected? You know what I mean? So, and that's on like a normal thing. An oven explodes or something.
Yeah.
So
That is very true.
I can't expect everybody that looks like me to have the same amount of patience that I do right now.
Yeah.
Like, I just and we all deal with things differently. I might be okay with just holding a sign, so on and so forth, but somebody else might be just tired of this shit. I did it. I cussed. Dang it! I lost.
It's all right. It's all right. Let it out. All right, let it out.
They just, the only thing you can do to get somebody's attention is to bust a freaking window, And while I don't condone it, I'm not gonna tell them they're wrong for what they're doing. I'm just not, because how you feel. We've been peacefully protesting this whole time and ain't nobody listening. Now you breaking windows and all of a sudden Black Lives Matter. You damn right.
It's been mattered.
Right.
I know we have other questions, but I just wanted to add to the whole, the whole not being able to control yourself when you're upset too. Like, people are mad at looters and rioters who are fighting for an actual cause, or the ones who are actually mad and getting that way. But I've seen a friend punch a hole through the wall for losing a game.
Okay.
Oh, are we gonna open that door?
I'm just. Well, I mean,
It's been open.
I'm breaking a window. I'm breaking a window because my people are being murdered. My friend broke his whole Xbox because he lost at Madden. So why are we not? There's a
get my fresh. The burger wasn't right, and they decided they were gonna run up on the employee, and the employee was about them hands all day.
Or you throwing drinks in people's faces.
But you get to throw hands because your double cheeseburger didn't have 2 full patties.
As my man Anthony would say, make it make sense. Make it
make sense.
I'm dead.
Feel a certain heartbeat. I'm tell you what it is.
I should have had popcorn for this.
Right?
I almost made some.
And full Karen.
I should go. Okay, here's the next question. I've been seeing this a lot on TikTok platforms. Is how they quote Dr. King. Oh God, did I? No, I'm going there. Listen,
I'm ready.
So mad.
I'm gonna make a video about it today.
Oh my God.
How do you feel about people quoting the late Dr. King in this time, especially those who are against the protest? Those who are against it. I see a lot.
That motherfucker too. One tell that.
Exactly. Why are you cherry picking quotes? You don't even have the whole connotation of the freaking speech.
You know the best part about it? When you get the comments like that, the person is not even following me, first off. So if you're going to bother me, give me the clout at least. Secondly, you come along and you just put a section of quote. The one that made me the most angriest is they quoted at me and said, "What you need to be peaceful or whatever." And then they said Martin Luther King would be rolling in his grave right now. I'm like, you mean the grave you put him in?
I'm gonna tell you what.
I got one better. One better. You guys ready for this? You ready for this? So I'm following his son.
I'm following. He said, yes, I saw his message.
And he said that my father said a riot is the sound of the unheard. Of the unheard. And then so somebody commented, I don't think your father would appreciate you supporting that. You gonna tell him what his daddy said?
No, that's what he said too. After somebody said that, they said, "How are you gonna tell me how my father would feel about what I was like?" Go off, MLK. Go off.
Like that's not his half dad. That's his whole daddy.
That's his whole daddy.
that's his whole daddy.
But my favorite is when, as Midnight said, with they're like, he wanted peace. I'm like, so you just heard the last part of the "I Had a Dream" speech? You just heard the last sentence? That's it? Did you hear the
skip
other
everything
speech?
else?
You know, he didn't.
Some of them haven't even heard that. They just took it from somebody else.
Exactly.
They
didn't hear the speech. They didn't hear the speech. They copied and pasted it.
Yeah,
they fast forward.
Speeches.
They fast forward. They said, "Okay,
scroll up." All right.
They like.
Well, there it is. It says peace. It says peace. Take that part, and just set it around. Don't worry about the rest of it. Oh, and put his face on that in black and white, so it looks really dramatic.
Oh yeah.
Okay. With his picture behind, looking
right, like
he had thought.
This picture.
They like that I have a drink picture. They like marching but they don't like to show the part where the cops was whooping their ass at the end.
Exactly.
They forgot about the part where he was dragged to a jail cell. They forgot about that part.
Right.
What are you
And
talking
then
about?
they're
That
gonna
doesn't
talk
exist.
about-
That didn't happen. No, it's just the piece.
No, he
It's
was
just
huge.
the piece part.
Oh God.
No, I know.
Great grandfather right now sitting in his living room, proud of the peaceful protesters. You silly motherfuckers. Y'all killed. Y'all didn't give a shit about him until after he was motherfucking dead. And you gonna have the nerve to pull up my people on me? Like you heard more than that little bit speech, your motherfucking history class on in February. Bitch, if you don't get out my motherfucking not this here day, not on this here motherfucking day, I'm gonna tell you what you ain't finna. See, I told you not. You shouldn't make it. You're gonna have to edit this whole motherfucking shit out.
No, we not.
Oh, no.
No, this is staying in.
It's needed. It is needed.
This is raw.
But maybe I
Look,
should have left that question for the end.
Yeah. Look, if anything, I'll put it on my page if I have.
You know everyone's gonna have feelings about this.
Oh, yeah.
The thing that upsets me the most is that people that follow me that have not seen this side of me are gonna be like, oh.
You know what? I had the same thing because like everyone sees my cosplays and they're like fluffy and sweet and Mama Midnight, and I was like, you know what? No, I'm done. And I went off.
Yeah, I
people
saw
were like,
video. I was like,
oh,
you all right?
You're okay.
are you okay? And I'm like, no, I'm not.
Why would I be okay?
I've been cussing my cosplay stuff, so I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I can't take it no more.
Yeah, I always hit him with the, oh yeah, what'd you say? Excuse me? They were like,
Same.
Person you need to use to try to plead your case. Don't be cherry picking the I have a dream speech like you cherry pick your Bible. That shit ain't mine anyway.
Ooh, go ahead and go there. Go ahead.
I
You
saw
like random quotes out of nowhere that make no sense.
It says black people hate everything about slavery except for Christianity, and I was like, oh. That part, right? My nana was pissed. She was like, "Oh no, they didn't bring up Jesus. It about Jesus in this." I was like, "You know what? I'm not doing this with you today."
It's bad. It is bad because it's bad because I'm Christian. I'm just like, what? Y'all thought I was gonna take your side? No, wrong is wrong. Oh, no.
Go ahead, Z.
Oh no, I was agreeing. Yeah, I'm Christian too.
I'm Christian too.
Yeah.
Same.
We're like,
You gonna nitpick the Bible around me?
That's my favorite when they go to
like.
That's my favorite.
Correct
When they go to
people.
certain scripture, I'm like, that's.
Like
Did you read the rest of the chapter though?
Nope.
Did you not get the full context? Did the Holy
Read the
Spirit
rest
not
of the
speak to you on this?
chapter.
Both
That
my
one-
parents are pastors. So the amount of
Both
time
my
people
parents
have
are
been like-
ministers, so I'm just like,
every time someone says something, you're like, stop. No, that's not.
that's
what
not
that
right.
means. That's not. No.
That's not it, Chief.
Jesus didn't write that section. Not that section. Mm-mm. What he said was
Not
in
in
red.
red text.
That's not it. That ain't
Yep.
it. That ain't it.
Yeah, I'd be like, my pastor didn't say that.
Mm-mm.
Like, which Bible that? That's that new translation.
Is that
version.
that
That's the
NIV
teen version.
Since we were talking about TikTok in the comments before, how do you feel about big creators on TikTok not using their voice to support the cause? I know a lot of them are saying, hold on. I see glasses coming off. Hold on. I know a lot of them are saying, well, I don't know what to say or I don't know how to approach it. But
No excuse.
yeah, so how do you guys feel about that? Well, raise your hands. Don't all attack at once.
I mean, I can wait. I'm very patient.
Go ahead. Z.
Yeah, I'll wait.
I get started off. I'm extremely disappointed. Because it's these kind of people specifically that want to be vocal about other issues, but when it comes to something like this, they want to stay silent. And I'm like, it's not clicking, Chief. How are you going to be vocal about all these other issues, but when something as big and as prevalent as this is going on, you want to stay silent? Even though this connects to other issues that you might even be so vocal about.
Exactly.
I don't get it. It's not clicking for me, Chief. It's not clicking for him.
But I think I get the most angry at LGBTQ community, who wants to be like, trans rights, this, and then we're like, oh, Black Lives Matter. I don't know any black people.
Like, black people
like,
are in LGBT too, right?
Right? Like, it's suddenly like we're some alien race that never existed on Earth until this moment. That you want to speak up about everything else. You want to yell about your favorite TV show being canceled so hard. Ooh.
Say it louder.
And there are human lives that are being lost, and you're like, I don't know what to say. Well, you knew how to talk when Friends was canceled, so I don't know how you don't know how to talk when people are dying.
The mic has been dropped.
Like,
Not friends.
I'm just like, it'll make, how come that is more important than people die, especially if you even have a friend or know black people? Because you can't know or use our music or dance to our dances or use our art. You can't use and have all of that, wear our hairstyles, and go, well, I don't know.
My favorite, cosplay a black character.
And then go, well, I don't know what a black person is, so how am I supposed to talk about it?
It's not clicking for him.
I don't know if y'all heard this, but TikTok wouldn't even exist without us. They wouldn't have our music. They wouldn't have our motherfucking dances that Charlie done stole 3,726.
100%.
They wouldn't have our powerful freaking voices, because can't nobody sing like we do.
And unfortunately, for a lot of...
And anybody who is not, but all I'm saying is, respect the drip, Karen.
Period.
Half the memes belong to us too. So like,
this one, my favorite.
All right.
You want to use that gift a lot.
Make it
Make it make sense.
It makes sense.
Make sense.
Like,
Oh my God. Okay. I had to let y'all go first. I knew I had to let y'all go first. Woo!
Can I add one more thing? Thing?
Go ahead.
The worst part about it is fighting back when you are nicely asked to talk about something. You have been nicely asked. Like, hey, could you bring this up because it's really important you talk to your people, even if it's a link, even if it's you just saying, yo, Black Lives Matter, but then you're like, well, that's not about me. That's not what I want to do. This is my platform.
My account.
Followers.
Heard that so much.
And the thing is, you're not really even gonna lose. Like, your 2 million followers ain't going nowhere. It didn't go nowhere when you blackface. It didn't go nowhere when you didn't go nowhere when all that stuff happened. So where's it gonna go when you mention to say that you like black people?
Preach. And the congregation said hallelujah.
She said what she said. This not
The volume on this bus. It's
So like, if you didn't butcher that, then you fine. Just say you like black people, or just.
It's really not that hard.
It's not that hard.
You could have just posted something, one thing.
Ooh. Like I don't like people faking it, but at least some people are trying to save their own butts by being like, I don't want to get yelled at. And I think you should really show support, and you should really be here for that. But some people are actually doing something, and then you, who actually stands for a lot of stuff, will do nothing.
All right.
Let me say something really quick before you go, Jay. Really quick. It's so funny how you say that with them just saying something, but after a specific TikToker was attacked for not saying anything on TikTok, I started seeing all higher creators start saying, I know I haven't said anything on this yet, but I would like to speak up. And I'm just like, because they're afraid they're going to get attacked just as well.
It's so rehearsed.
I've had fake creators hitting my DM saying, what can I do? What do I need to do? Help me. And I'm just like, where were you in the beginning of this? Like, just because such and such got called out, you trying to not get called out?
At the same time, who got attacked, y'all? Y'all know I'm nosy.
All right,
we're not going to say that later.
No, I'll do it. Don't think I won't.
No names, no names.
All right,
That's
fine. I
me.
won't say no names.
To be fair, it's like one big person, and it has been multiple little people who are not even little people, but other creators who were nicely told, and then are like, "Well, now I don't know what to name."
Yeah.
That's now posted.
Yeah.
Y'all
All
gonna text me
right,
a name?
so I promise I won't say the name, but if it slips, it slips. Okay, but TT, I'll tell you later.
Blank it out. Blank
but
it.
but I did see that whole beef go down, and I commented on it after it was supposedly squashed,
Mhm.
and I told them that I was proud of both of them that they squashed it.
Yeah.
And whoo boy. But I love the fact that the person who said right after, like, even though we squashed it, I'm still not dropping what I'm saying. That
Yep.
you top
Yep.
curators
Yep.
need to step up. And I'm just like, that's so true. And people were still like, well, what about the black curators? I said, the black curators are already enough pain already. And you want them to speak up? Just look at what they look like. Look
That's
at their
enough,
skin
man.
color. That's enough already.
Some of us are hurting too much to
come
speak.
on.
So
Yeah, so we're just like, it's all right, sis. You can cosplay, bro. You can cosplay. As for
Right.
you though,
Right.
I need to get
Yeah,
you.
and it's funny though, because like the people that they come after, you can scroll all the way down their profile. They've already been talking about it for the longest. And now all of a sudden, because it's a trending topic, you want to come after them? Come on.
Right.
The door. The door. Bye.
Who? Oh my
The door.
God! Was it? Oh, no names. I'm sorry. I'm trying
Yeah,
to
no
remember
names.
which one it was. But I think he did. He was like, everybody keeps asking me why I'm not speaking on it, and he was like, it's because I live in it.
Facts.
Got it, because I live in it. But I was like, oh, okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. And to the message that want to turn the other cheek to me, acting like they ain't black, y'all shut up. Don't be trying to piggyback them, because you know good and well what this life is all about.
But they feel like, and it's the same thing. And unfortunately, a lot of the hate that we receive on social media, hell, in real life, also comes from people that look like us. You know, like we unfortunately have a tendency to try to step on each other in order to get ahead, which I'm never going to understand. But I'm not that kind of person. But that tends to be, I see that as a trend on freaking TikTok. Like that is a big trend on TikTok. Instead of just coming together, like I know that you're hurting. I'm not asking you to say all black, Black Lives Matter. I get it. You with me. I understand. But why would you purposely attack my freaking video and duet it with your whitewashed bullshit? Like I ain't got time for this. Because when it comes down to it, sis, you are me. Like you're trying to please these people that give two fucks about you. They might pretend they do because they want you to be their fucking fave when you talking to me. But when you're done, believe me, you still just another nigga. Woo! So you go ahead and load your on to. You're gonna see in the end. I can't. That part is the most heartbreaking thing, and y'all know I don't drop the N word often, but it just is what it is, and that's how my grandma told me. Like, you can have all the friends you want, but I need you to remember at the end of the day, you're just another nigga. That shit hurts, especially when you see every single day. Every single day. That's the most heartbreaking part, is to see somebody that looks like me take time out of their day to put me down because I'm fighting for the both of us. Like that's harsh. That's a different kind
It's
of hard.
sad.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad when you see not only like that, you see like also like black celebrities doing the same exact thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's like most heartbreaking, is because so many people looked up to them as a celebrity. There's a couple of them that I saw and I was just like, wow. Like
Right. It's a skew
I
on
can't even tolerate you anymore. Like,
Right.
It's because they feel like they're above it all because they have the money now.
mhm.
They're not.
And
They're above it. They don't
a
have to
lot
think
of
about
them
it.
are saying, "Oh, why are you destroying this and this store?" You don't want them to come for your store or your kingdom. But like,
Yeah.
that's not the point of what's going on. You as a black celebrity should be helping. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot that's like
Oh yeah.
doing their
Yeah.
part. There's a
Oh,
lot.
yeah.
But then the few that say the stuff is the ones that I personally, I'm just like, I didn't expect that from you. And I'm actually very ashamed and very sad that you said, I know no name dropping, but Tyler Perry. Come on, bruh.
Oh, that doesn't.
Well,
Unfortunately, I can't say that doesn't surprise me.
that sadly.
Everybody was
surprised me.
commenting on this thing. We don't need you. Where's Medea? Because Medea would have ran up on you.
You master man.
Medea would have ran. Medea would have started the looting. She would have.
Okay.
Right.
But you know
I
one
think that's what makes it worse because you're profiting off of characters of your own culture and your own stereotype, and
you're
then
not
when we
even
actually
like
need your
that.
help, you're like, well, I ain't about that.
that
so.
part.
Like, can you bring Medea? Bring Aunt Bam? Bring Mr. Brown? They will help us.
And the
But you know
most
what's
horrible
funny?
part. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
The most funny thing about it is the ones that are really down for the cause is that people like make fun of them all the time. Like
Exactly.
Nick Cannon
Ooh,
is one
yes.
of the top people
Nick
who are
Cannon.
behind our back, and he gets dogged out every single day. But he
Constantly.
still rides for us.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. One of the main ones.
One of the main ones.
And I bet I see a few years from now Tyler Perry trying to make a movie off of like what's going on and trying to
His
make
movies are trash anyway. He got rid of
They really
Medea. I'm
are.
not watching nothing else. I'm not watching nothing else. I came for Medea plays. I'm not watching nothing else. I'm sorry.
Right.
She's
I'm
over.
not
You over. How you gonna cancel Medea? You don't get canceled, sir.
Right. He has done a lot of people that look like us. However, I was extremely shocked at the response
Yeah.
that we all saw. Like, dude, you literally have been the face of Black success. You created Black Hollywood. You created jobs for Black
so
people. Right, because you know that the system is pitted against us. And this is where you stand? Like,
It's sad.
what?
I feel like if this was him a couple of years ago, he would be for it. But I think all the success and money got to his head, so now he's just like, you know what, guys, we really shouldn't do it.
When I say I don't,
out to talk to me, sir.
But when I say I saw it coming, I mean like recently, a lot of stuff with him has been like,
really,
like past movies have been okay and stuff, but it seems more and more like you're trying to perpetuate how bad Black people are. And not the success, like broken homes, people dying, all that stuff, rather than actually talking about the big successful stories, because that doesn't make as much money when it comes down to our lives. That's where I'm like, it doesn't surprise me too much. Yeah.
But more of it comes from people that don't look like us, that like to see the perpetuated stereotype that we come from with no fathers.
Yeah.
And all this. I mean...
And I personally just don't like making money off of that kind of thing. Like a few movies like that to talk about the situation makes sense, but if every one of the movies start to come down to that, it's like, we get it, you know, this happens in real life. It also happens in white families. Why are we the ones who are the, you know, stereotype of the broken home? I have 5 white friends who have no dads. So like, why is it just us? Make it make sense.
That was very true.
And y'all know I don't stand behind any kind of Bill Cosby is Bill Cosby. But growing up, my favorite show was the Bill Cosby Show because it showed us, it represented us in a different light.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, that, and people say, you watch the Cosby Show? You absolutely right, I do. I'd rather my kids watch the Cosby Show than watch freaking Real Housewives of Love and Hip Hop up on the hill over there with their kids. I don't know the name of the show, because they all
the
like,
same.
You
Yeah,
need
they all
to buy
the
all
same.
the Real Housewives up on the hill.
All that's the kind of representation that I want my kids to see. I want them to see that we can be a normal freaking family.
Yeah.
You know, it's ridiculous that most of the time our representation is what we're already being told from other people that don't look like us. This is our life.
Yeah, that's
Like,
why I like supporting shows.
right. It's to the point to where people congratulate black men for taking their kids to the park. What they supposed to do?
Oh
You know
my
how
gosh.
like he changed the diaper. So fucking what? He does
What
it
a
every
good
day.
father. What?
Like don't he's doing what he was always doing. But because you think that everybody that looks like me has no daddy, would you congratulate me? Hey, I'm done. I am girl. Yo, I can't.
Okay.
Next question.
This is the next question. This is actually one of Jay's questions. How do you feel when we talk about Black Lives Matter and then people discredit it by yelling all lives matter?
I'll go last. I'll let y'all go first.
I'm gonna sit this one out because
What? No, let that go. Let that go.
I can go. I lost like 3 friends on like more, but 3 friends specifically over that. And somebody wanted to try to tell me you should educate yourself, and I went,
Whoa.
I can educate myself. Excuse me? You came to my page and told me that I don't know what all lives and Black lives mean. Me, the one who's fighting about it. I'm blessed enough that the good friends that I do have, because I went, hold up, and I didn't respond to it. But before I even got back to it, I had a list of friends be like, if you don't watch your mouth, and like a stream of people tear that person up, because I was like, I can't handle it right now because I am already so tired. And mind you, these people weren't Black people. They were like, hold on. You need to sit down. You know, you see her talking all the time. You need to sit down. And I'm blessed with that. The certain friends that I've kept in my friend group that are like, you don't even go there. You know, even the softer ones who are like, I think you need to go back and read a book before you come after her. I'm just saying, you know, and like it's so ridiculous when you're given so much material and so much, and it's like, we're not saying that all lives don't matter, but here's why that was created. Here you go. Here's all the material. Here's all the YouTube links. Here's all the, you know, everything you need to do to educate yourself. And we're giving it to you. You couldn't just Google it because, you know, we're in the age of technology, but you don't want to use your phone. But here you go. Here's everything you need. And then they still go, yeah, but still, okay. I gave you the information you needed, and now you are blatantly taking the books, throwing them behind you and go, I said what I said. And it's like, okay, well then you get what you get. Because if a bunch of people now come down and say, hey, this isn't okay, all the stuff you're saying, like, there was one case of someone who said all lives matter, and I actually had to pull her to the side and educate her because she's a really nice person. And I'm like, I don't think you understand what this is. So let me tell you. And she was like, oh, okay, how would I still talk about it? I was like, I would just don't even use it. Don't even just, I understand when you're for the cause. I understand you want to help people. And I know you kind of live in a box, but like, don't say that. And she was like, got it. And never said it again. So even if you don't know, it's not like you can't learn. So if you're saying it and you don't know, you're just refusing to learn and you're refusing to listen. So you have everything in front of you. You just go, nah, it's good. I'm gonna stick to what I said. I'd rather lay in that coffin. So,
anybody else before I go? I'll let Ooh.
Honestly, I'll go.
Okay.
Honestly, when I hear it, I want to, whenever I get the comment, I just want to go through the screen and punch this person. I know violence isn't the answer.
But sometimes it feels good.
It does feel good. The fact is that everybody knows all lives matter, but right now we're focusing on the blacks that are being killed by police just because of the color of their skin. Like, we get it. All lives matter. That's fine. Whatever. Or my favorite is, there was a comment, I think it was on your channel, T. You put up a video about a boy, and then I said, if he was my kid, he would have called these hands. And then somebody commented saying, "Oh, no wonder you people are always violent." And then I was like,
"Yeah, I deleted."
Sir, no,
he was about to get all kinds of business,
right?
But believe he got before he was blocked.
And I'm just like, we're not violent at all. What are you talking about? No. And the thing is that when people come up to us and say stuff to us on the internet and stuff, I'm always like, we are not our ancestors. We are not chained down. You will catch these hands. You will catch them. Period. I am not. That's why I keep telling somebody, I'm like, I am not my ancestors. They were chained down. They can fight back. If they fought back, they will kill. Guess what? I'm not them. Let's go.
I ain't got shit to lose.
You going down. So it's just like, I understand everybody knows all lives matters. But can we focus on the one that's being killed for no reason? Real quick? That's okay with them. Okay, who's the next?
I saw really, I just want to say there was a really good analogy someone used with it, where they were saying that if your child was really sick and your child passed away, and you went to stand up to do a eulogy, and you were talking about how wonderful your kid was and how special your kid was and how wonderful, and then someone took the mic from you and said, well, all children are special. That's exactly how people sound.
That's exactly how they sound.
Not your moment. We're not talking about everybody.
Or there was another one, there was a picture one that I saw where a house was burning, and then somebody was going to, with a hose trying to take out the fire, and then the other person was house fine. Well, my house matters too. And he's like, we understand, but your house is not on fire right now. This house is on fire. I'm like, that's exactly how it is. We're on fire for no reason. We're getting attacked and killed. Can somebody help us out and hose us down, please?
Yeah.
So, I've been waiting for this one. So,
turn it up.
So everybody's been, how everybody's been wondering, like, what's wrong? So through like this whole week, like I just been battling people who just kept on saying to me, all lives matter, all lives matter, all lives matter. And I'm just like, look, and I explained just like how everybody else explained here. But then other people of color started saying it too. And they started giving examples. It's like, well, if all lives matter, what about the kids that are locked up? And I'm like, I don't know if you're trying to help me out or you're trying to diss me, but I'm going to take it in the middle. I'm just going to be like, look, we already have enough problems already. And we're trying to take care of our business first. But history has shown that Black people will gladly help everybody else. But when it's our turn, nobody else want to come help us. And it's
one more time. I need you to repeat that one more time. one time
Black
for the
people,
one.
Black people will be willing to help everybody else, but when it's our turn, nobody shows up. And like I said it to a couple people, and they got it. They were like, "Dang, my bad." But like other people, like, well, what about black on black crime? I'm sorry. From the recent report that the FBI said, the most people who killed themselves is white people. Like, so what you saying? So should we need to go bring all the white people again and say we need to have the talk? Like, what was going on? And it's like, this is something that is like going on like for years. And it's like, yes, we have problems in the Black community, but can we take care of this first? Can we stop our people from dying? Like, we already have things in place that you don't know. But people are like, oh, no, I don't see anything. That's because you won't fund them. You got people coming up to the state office talking about, hey, we need funding to this so we can help our young Black men. No, we're just going to go this route, and then you guys do what you got to do. So it's like, yes, all lives matter. But what about us Black ones? Just saying. That's all we want.
I'm going to try to say this peacefully as possible. I'm going to put back like crime. I'm not going to hit y'all with the statistics that keep getting you. hit other people's agenda. I'm not gonna hit y'all with that. I'm just gonna put it like this: as a black woman, if a black man walks in and tells me he's about to rob the place, I'm gonna cook him dinner because I know there ain't shit I can do. Because if I call the cops, that black man ain't gonna get to go home. Think about that for a second. The person that you, the right person, has been told is there to protect you. That little 3 number on your phone, when you call that number, you know they're gonna protect you. But me and people that look like me, we know that's the best sentence. If a black man broke into my house and tried to rob me, I'd put my kids in the room safely, let him get what he got to get, and because I don't know why he's still. He could be trying to feed his kid. He could be trying to do anything. But if I call the cops, he ain't going to go home. Because justice is not served the same for us as it is served for you. So as far as black on black crime, it's going to continue because there is no one to protect us. No one. But don't throw black on black crime in our face because there's no such thing as white on black crime. You created that to make it seem like we're more violent. That's your doing. You want to know who taught us and who has us in survival mode? You. We are in survival mode because of generations of oppression. Everything that you see before you is us trying to survive in a world that we built for you. For you. And you want to bring up black on black crime like a serial killer in the book on, like the kids, the people that go up to these schools and start shooting them up don't look like you. Oh, those aren't crimes though. They're mentally ill, right?
Ooh.
Right? Mentally ill, right?
Go ahead and go there.
They're not thugs, right? But my brother has a tattoo and that makes him a thug.
Preach on it.
That was a baby. A baby playing with a fake gun. A fake gun. Something that little white boys do every freaking day. But I got to tell my kids to play with Nerf guns, brightly colored guns in the backyard so somebody that looks like you won't feel threatened. You want to keep going on the black on black crime? We can go all day. I don't need your statistics. When's the last time your mama sat you down and told you whenever you go to your friend's house, make sure you stay inside of somebody so they don't accuse you of stealing so you don't get the cops called on you so you can come home? How many of your grandparents were raped by somebody that looked like you for being pulled over? You want me to keep going or you still want to talk about black on black? We can do this all day. That's all I'm going to say about that. If you have any other questions, at TEETEE React, I'll let you.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Lord, this is going to be a juicy episode.
Y'all picked the wrong one.
I was like, yeah,
we picked the right one.
I was like, Jay, these are the three. Well, there's four, but then she got sick. I was like, these are the four people I picked. He was like, okay, all right, that's fine. And I was like, hell yeah.
Let's go.
Okay.
Why y'all make me like this? I gotta do a video after this. Dang it.
No, it's all right.
I'm supposed to live stream on Twitch after this. I'm like, I'm too heated.
I'm gonna be in another panel after this for allies.
Ooh. Oh, we're gonna make one for allies too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We said we're gonna do this one first, so to get it all out first. So.
Yep.
We don't want y'all the allies to be like, oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Oh, absolutely.
That's why I was like, ooh, maybe the next one.
Next one, yeah. We love y'all. We don't want y'all to feel.
I have to say, I love, since this has started, I don't know if you guys are aware, and if you're not checking in, please do. I have a string of lives that I do for check-ins, so on and so forth. And the amount of love that these people are showing other people that are out there protesting and all that and checking in. People are genuinely checking in with people to make sure they're okay. It gives them something to do when they feel like they're helpless. Like, I want to help, I don't know what to do. Well, check in on the people that are out there on the front lines. You know what I mean? So we love the allies. We love y'all so much. We do.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and there will be a Discord for that, so we can check on each other more time, real time, so people won't come after my life.
I know that's directly, but I don't care. You check in.
I did.
Saying it like it's gonna throw me under the bus, like who gonna check me, boo?
I'm just saying.
Who gonna check me and say, don't you be making him check in? Everybody in here care about you. Who gonna say, don't check in? Well, you don't have several seats.
It's like, what happened to the love? I get beat up so much.
You open your mouth too much.
This love. It's a different kind of love.
Yeah.
Okay. I have 3 questions left. But you know how I had more, but then you guys are talking and then they kind of intertwine with the other ones. I'm like, oh, they kind of answered that already. Okay. This one is because I know all of us are on TikTok, so we see a lot. But most people don't know this. But have you guys been subjected to racism on any social media, and how has it impacted you?
Definitely. And I was just talking to my cousin about this because you know how the protest is supposed to be on Juneteenth if we don't see any change on TikTok to delete the app and put the 1 star. And for those who don't know, yeah, that's supposedly the plan, but nobody is confirmed about that. But I was talking to my cousin about that. She's like, you should just delete it now. And I was just like, no, because there needs to be people like us on there to check these people. And it's not like it's just happening on this app. Just because it has different features and this and stuff, she's like, it's different. I said, no. I said, it's the same problem we have on Twitter. It's the same problem we have on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, you name it, it's there. So it's not like they might not all be like the same, but we have the same problems. So yeah, so like I get it a lot. Like granted, I haven't done anything cosplay wise that really like ticked off anybody, but like anything else that I post, I get ridiculed for it. And then I get my family telling me like, hey, what's going on? So I gotta delete it before my family start going off. Mm-hmm. So yeah,
I remember one time, Jay, you told me that you were on a live and then somebody said something extremely racist to you. And then you came off for like a couple of days. And it's sad that people really think they can say these stuff to us. Like saying, there was a comment. It wasn't to me, but it was to another TikToker. And then she shared it and talked about it. And what was it? I think, what did it say? It's saying, what clothes are you going to wear when I hang you like your ancestors? This was literally a comment to a TikToker. And then you know how you can reply to it with a video. She replied it with like a funny video and stuff like that. But that's seriously, like they're threatening us on this app. And their thing that they love going back to is like slavery and all this. Yet they're saying now, oh, slavery was such a long time ago. Then why do you keep bringing it up? And it wasn't a long time ago. So, you guys have anything else?
Well, the comment that you were talking about, the person on my live said, didn't your father used to pick my cotton? And so when I did go off, people thought it was just like, I was like completely sad. I was sad about it, but I was more angry.
Upset. Yeah.
Yeah. So if I would have, in that state, if I would have stayed on, there would have been a lot more videos than the videos that I actually posted. And because I had to just take a time out because I was about to go full mad black man all up on the app. Like, real talk.
And that's another thing is they don't expect us to be as mad as we get to these comments. They expect us to be like, that's not funny, guys. We shouldn't talk like this.
It's because they want us to have a calm reaction to the very vicious thing they said.
And then when we get aggressive,
and then we're angry black people. Yep.
We're ghetto.
Right. So what I think a lot of it is, so as long as social media has been around, there's been trolls. We used to get Racism on Black Planet, an app that was just for us. Downlink, Yahoo Messenger, the little chat rooms, the little AOL discs, and they little chat rooms. As long as social media has been around, racism has been rampant, and it's because this makes people feel brave. You can't see my, so there's no consequences for my actions, right? Or at least that's what they think.
Until Black Twitter was alive.
Like, see what Sammy, we got it. But they don't expect. So here's what I've noticed. Some people will post negative things, and I try to delete them instantly because I know my people. And my people is comprised of a whole lot of loving people until you push us, right? And they gonna take one for the team if they got it. Like, for real. Somebody called somebody who said all lives matter a bald head bitch just yesterday on one of my videos. I had to delete that fast for it. It got awkward. But I feel like if we start making more examples of people who are out here thinking that they are safe, some of them, they forgot. I think they that we can see you. We see you. When you make a video, it's not like you're sending a DP. You making a video with your face saying racist stuff. We see you. You can be identified, right? Like by the time you press send, we already know your address, your phone number, where you worked 5 years ago, who watches your kids, and where your wife gets her hair done. Play with it if you want to. It's 2020.
All facts. All facts.
Like, it's 2020. Why are you playing? If we keep giving them, or showing them the consequences of their actions, eventually people will shut the fuck up.
Go ahead, Midnight.
Two things coming from the showing people their consequences. When TikTok said, "Oh, you guys can now reply with video comments," I was like, "Oh no, what?" With all the comments I received, I know some very nice people who about to, "Oh, you got something to say? All right, video.
Let me
tell you something. Let me tell you something." Like and I've seen it already with some of the people that I know who are very vocal about stuff, who have taken, like, I know, not like naming names, but like Frackle Marco, who's one of my favorite cosplayers, who's like, "Let me tell you something."
Oh, yes.
And taking every comment to be like, "I am not about to sit here and let you talk. When I got video now, so I don't have to talk. I don't have to type back or just delete the comment. That's not enough text. I'm gonna tell you a whole video, it might be 5, on what's wrong with what you just said." And
right, like
when they came out, it was like, "Oh no, this is about to get real."
Oh,
that's a power. They should, but they came out with it, and then when they saw the power of it, they took it away for like a couple of days, and then they put it back. I remember
like,
there was somebody who was like cursing everybody out, and they're like, "Why can't I do it no more?" I was like, "Oh snap! They took it from you."
That it took it away.
They were ready for you.
No, but like a couple of people who are doing it, like Anthony Hyatt, make it make sense, and ever since that update came up, I've been like, "Go brother, go brother, go." Let them know that we don't play.
They can see it now. Like, it's not just a comment they can comment and then delete, because that's what a lot of people like to do. They like to let it stay up for a few hours, and they go back and go, "I'm going to delete it," so it makes it seem like it never happened. It's too late. I already made a video about it. It's there. Like, you can't get away from it now. And
when I finish, show me that you a coward and deleted it. That's it. I like how they disappear. Like,
Right? Because then you try to go back to see what the
comment isn't available.
Longer available.
You know, I'm quick. I'd be like, boom.
So maybe next time you shut your mouth.
Like
Look, you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all.
The thing is, if you can't add to the cause, just
shut up. Just go somewhere. Just go somewhere.
Just shut up.
I mean that in the way possible. Like in real life, if you value your livelihood, cyberbullying is so 1920. Well, technically, I guess 2000. 2020, we coming. Okay, we is coming for that. All right, cyberbullying was so last season. We are beyond that. And if you don't believe us, keep trying us.
A quick comment.
We got here reacting, replying in the comments with videos, screenshotting, baby, we coming. Okay.
A quick comment I want to make to the second half of what I want to say is you said the question being that dealing with racial or racist issues in social media, and coming from a cosplayer point of view who's been on the scene for a long time, and which some people don't even realize that I've been cosplaying for so long before TikTok was a thing and when social media was just starting to be a thing. You know, I even just starting into social media and actually starting to post my stuff, and even when I wasn't even posting that much, you know, having people be like N-word version of this, black version of that, or coming in and being like, oh, this picture would look nice if that black girl wasn't in it, you know, and that's in the beginning of social media. You know, that's just, I posted a picture to be like, me and my friends are hanging out. It wasn't even to get views, likes, or anything. And these were people who were friends, because in the beginning of social media, you could only add your friends. It wasn't really a bunch of other people that you didn't know. So it's always been a problem. And people want to act like, well, it's only like people think they're bold now. No, people have always thought they were bold. Even when you could see them and you just friended them, then they're like, oh yeah, look at this N-word. And you're like, I literally just met you. What is your problem, you know? And as a cosplayer, and that's another thing, cosplayers, they think that in the community, it doesn't happen.
Oh, Jesus.
And the only reason you don't think it happens in the cosplay community, because you don't see us anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Where you see a black cosplayer, because you don't share them, you don't follow them.
Oh,
you
only
don't
on
post
February,
them.
though. Only on February.
And then it's still a massive amount of racism on our month. It's the 1 month out of the year we ask you to shut up and be nice. And there's still a mass amount of racism. And in the cosplay community as a whole, act like, well, no, there's not as racist and blah, blah, blah. Once again, you don't share us, you don't follow us, you don't like us, you don't, you know, so how are you going to see it? And you don't go to our comments to make comments because that's empty too. So when you see that, you know, something's happening, and then when we go, hey, this person, maybe don't say black version of this, or hey, maybe don't do this, you're like, why? That's what you are. You're black, so, you know, you would be the black version of Miku. But you don't go when they say that. You don't go to a white person and say white Miku. Hispanic Miku. You know, like, you know, it just
characters are Asian anyway, so it doesn't even matter.
Exactly.
You ain't the right one. You ain't the right one either.
It's just like, and I know a lot of cosplayers, as bad as we don't want to talk about it, a lot of cosplayers will turn a blind eye because they want to go, it's a happy community and we're supposed to have fun and smile and dance and wear makeup and no bad things happen. And you're like, it is not sunshine and rainbows.
No, it's not.
It's really not.
Half of the stuff you watch involve people being murdered and dying and ripped apart. But when bad stuff happens, you want to be like, it's a happy community. But I just got done watching Attack on Titan. Like, that ain't even happy community. So
we are the people. The Titans are the white people.
Where?
We are. I am Erin. The Titans is the police just killing for no damn reason.
Okay, Abby.
And that's a bad problem in the community. Just blinding cheaters. Just because you put on eyeshadow, it don't mean you actually can't see it. You know, it's blind. You can't see nothing. You know,
just that good old-fashioned elitism.
right?
Okay.
Like
Wait.
contact.
This might be a little bit off topic, but but somebody mentioned something. They were like, "This is why Black people relate so much to Dragon Ball Z and the Saiyan race." I was like, "Yo, you know what? You want
That's
something?"
a fact, though.
I was like, "You
Yep.
want something?"
Wait.
So we don't.
But
Unfortunately, we don't have the power to just blast all this crap away and be
Oh
like,
my
"I'm done
god!
with
If
it."
I could,
Exactly.
like, if
I was
I
about to
can
say, we
just
can't call
instant
me
transition
hot.
my ass to another
Please.
place, that would be good.
Next time somebody say the N word, I'm just gonna gallop gun, and I'm done.
Right? Nah, you gotta calm down. You gotta charge it up. Say it again. Calm.
Say it again.
I don't give them the chance. I don't want to give them a chance to make a 3-minute video on how they're sorry. So I don't want that time for them to be like, "I'm so sorry, I accidentally said something that blatantly came out of my mouth."
No, I'll do a spirit bomb. Be like, allies, Black people.
Take it. But yeah, the cosplay community needs to also step up.
When you were talking about cosplayers, there's something that, and you're talking about how there was no, like, we're all a happy community. It reminded me of the cosplayer that got killed, the black one, the guy, Darian Hunt. He was in a cosplay with a fake sword, and the cops shot him. Now, if it was a white person with that same sword, wouldn't they think, oh, they're probably going to a convention? He was not by himself. He was around other cosplayers, but you choose to shoot him, chase him, and then killed him.
He was the threat.
Yep.
He was the threat.
But they
Bad. Like, you're going to something that you love doing, and then you die on the way home.
I remember hearing about that, and there was a con that I was going to in Utah, and I was like, "Oh no, I really don't want to go anymore." And my husband and friends had to like try to convince me and make me feel like I would be safe if I went. And I'm like, I don't feel safe though. You don't understand, because while I don't cosplay a lot of characters that have weapons, there isn't to tell that they won't see something as an excuse to do something. I could be in Sailor Moon, and you can see I'm in a tiny skirt and makeup and glitter and all that stuff, and you're gonna see
that wand. Get the wand. It's a gun.
Right? Get that moonstick. That's dangerous. It's pointy. It lights up.
So it's just.
And to make it worse, when they done doing whatever they got to do, they'll spend a whole 24 hours looking through your entire past to try to find one reason, to excuse the actions.
Or my favorite, like the photo of the person that passed. It's either a mugshot from their past, or a picture that makes them look like
don't look good. Yep.
While we have the little boy that shot up the church, innocent. I'm like,
his school picture. Homeboy out here showing me his.
Ridiculous.
No, but definitely.
Fluffiest writing.
First matter, or we're not going to talk. Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
No, but it's crazy though, because like, especially that question always comes up to me, like, well, how would you feel if I cosplayed a Black character?
Bro.
I'm like, do it. Just don't shade your color. That's it.
That's the whole.
I got asked that earlier today.
Why they don't get that? Why does you having to cosplay a Black character mean you have to look Black? I was Elsa. You didn't see me put on some white makeup and started singing "Let It Go." No, I had a wig and a white dress, and I was Elsa.
Okay.
Like,
there's no Black Superman right now. He ain't trying to do white face. You can tell.
Exactly.
Yo, he got an S on his chest. If you got a question whether or not he's Superman.
So I had said green dress. We know you're Tiana. Oh, you look cute. Just why you got to put on all of her?
The opposite question to that I've heard has been like, well, you see, if I do dress up in that, then somebody's gonna be like, oh, see, you're white, you can't cosplay that character. And the last time I heard that, I said, I'm gonna need you to bring me some receipts and some screenshot where some Black person said, you are not allowed to be Miles Morales. You are not allowed to be Tiana. You are not allowed, because I guarantee you, half of the cosplayers I know go, please, by all means, give more love to a character no one wants to pay attention to. Please,
Exactly.
by
We
all
don't have that
means.
many.
So
Exactly.
like, there's maybe like one or two ignorant people who will go, well, you got enough characters, why you got to take ours? Rest of us, I like cosplay whoever you want, enjoy whoever you want. Just be respectful. Just don't blackface. Do not
Exactly.
make bad videos. Don't be a jerk about it. But by all means, celebrate the character with me.
Right.
You know, you want to duet my videos as the same character and just be in unison of, yeah, we both love this character, please. But why is that always a question? And it only comes up, that question only comes up, or the answer only comes up when someone blackfaces in the community and we say, don't do that. Then they go, what if I were to cosplay a black character?
Yeah, because one of my mutuals, and I love her to death. I love her to death. She's like, I want to cosplay Princess Tiana so much. I said, do it.
Yeah.
Do it. I said, don't listen to nobody else. Don't, because everybody else was telling her like, no, the black community is gonna be upset. I said, who? I said, you talking to a black person. We don't care as long as you don't change this.
Exactly. It's not that hard, people. We invite the black characters being shown. Like, people are like, who is that? Oh, that's Princess Tiana. Oh, let me go watch her movie. Even though she was a frog.
For 80% of it.
But we're not going to talk about
We're not going to talk about that.
No. It's about. But
or let alone the original origin story of that movie. But, you know.
One of my mutuals like this. We all started out in cosplay at some point of our lives on Halloween. We got to pick our favorite, right? When I put on that dress as Cinderella, you knew I was Cinderella. There were markers telling you that I was Cinderella. I didn't have to be a white Cinderella or a black Cinderella. I was just Cinderella. It's pretty simple. Y'all have had representation for so long. We've been superheroes that look like you for so long, but we still had our face on it. And now you're telling me that we get a little bit of representation and you want to be our characters, but you don't feel like you can portray that character without painting your face? We've been doing it for decades, and now you're telling me that in order for you to be Tiana, you gotta be black?
It's a must. You have to do it. You have to.
It's a must.
To paint your face to Tiana, feel free to be a frog. I am with you 100%. Paint your face frog that she was 92% of that movie. I'm okay with that.
But let us paint our face. Let us paint our face white.
Paint our face blue.
For something that has nothing to do with the character. Woo! I'm dressed up as a mime.
And if you believe that we don't like that face painting crap, homeboy, who was the guy that did the white face talking about everybody who's not voting for Biden? Let's do the white face challenge. Did y'all see that crap?
I did not see that.
No, I didn't. I'm glad I didn't see that.
Boy, when I tell you, we told him a whole nother heap. This man said, if you're not voting for Biden, let me see the white face challenge. Insinuating that you're not black if you don't vote for Biden. Like the little comment he made. I don't know if y'all remember that.
I remember that.
And this guy literally put powder all over his face. And we came for him. Not the white people. The black people came for him like, dude, that's way out of freaking pocket, first off. Way out of pocket. There's nothing.
Oh, okay, I remember.
Okay. None of this is okay. We canceled him. Like, we canceled him. Not y'all. We don't play them games in any shape, fashion, or form. So if we ain't gonna let our people do it, what makes you think we gonna be like, you cute using that bronzer a little too heavy today?
I'm dead.
No.
All right, you got two more questions because y'all keep sidetracking.
Sorry.
That's why you can't do stuff for black people.
Brought this on yourself.
Don't ask the question if you don't want the full answer, man.
Nope, I'm glad for it. I'm here for this. Okay. This is one of Jay's question. When receiving love, it's a wonderful thing in general, no matter from whom. But when you receive love from people who look like you, how important is it to you?
Detrimental. It is absolutely detrimental.
Because you know, like you can feel the pain, like you know you're in this together and what we're both going through. Go ahead, Z.
especially in these times. It is
Mhm.
detrimental to be able to look at someone who looks like me and tell them, I see you. Like, I see you. You good? Like, are you good? All right, well, come hug it out. Like, it is detrimental. It's almost like a family type deal. You know what I'm saying? It's like walking in, like we're not allowed to walk into our elders' homes without speaking. That's a good way to get your head
yeah.
knocked out, right?
hmm
The sense of community that comes from the brother nod, y'all know the one. What's up? Yeah, y'all know the one. The community that comes from the brother nod, or you know, somebody who looks like me acknowledging me is detrimental. I can't ask someone who doesn't look like me to acknowledge me and see me if people that look like me refuse to see me and come together. It is very important that we see each other. Like that, I'm just gonna leave it at that because y'all know I'm long-winded.
Go ahead, Z.
Oh, well, I agree with everything that was previously said. And like I mentioned before, I've legit cried actual tears because it's nice to, I've developed closer bonds with people that I might not have talked to as much previously, but getting to know them, sadly, in a situation such as this and getting closer with them and realizing, hey, we have the same kind of things in common, or I see you, you see me, and so forth. It's nice to have that kind of reciprocating feeling.
I agree. Go ahead, Midnight.
So this is gonna come off a little weird, but it's so much more detrimental too in the case that I didn't really grow up with Black friends because I was not Black enough. So
Go ahead,
You
go
just
there,
opened
go there.
Pandora's box.
So, but I'm just saying, so, because I grew up with people telling me because of the way I spoke and because of the way I acted, I was not Black enough. So having a community now, even cosplayers and other people who are like, yo, I'm Black and I feel you and I understand you. And even this group here, I would have never had this. Like I have, my best friend is Black, but we both kind of grew up in an area that wasn't really, we couldn't see other people like us and go, yeah, they get me, they understand me, you know? Like she's literally one of the only people who check on me every single day, every hour almost. But she's my best friend, so I expect it like come from her. But even having someone to go, oh yeah, we look the same and I understand the stuff you go through because I feel it. I've gone through it. I've seen it. This has happened. That wasn't a thing that happened growing up. And it wasn't a thing that happened for a long, long time. So now seeing it, it's like, oh my God, I feel like I actually belong with my own culture now, you know? So it really is empowering and it really does feel good to finally feel like you belong within something. Because if I didn't belong here and then I didn't belong with white people, it's like I'm just in limbo. I'm just floating here by myself because no one. I'm sorry. I'm gonna slow down because I almost start crying. But I've been kind of in that area of I don't belong, and that was really, really harsh for me growing up. You know. So, I'm gonna stop.
I'm gonna piggyback off something you said, where you said that they say you weren't Black enough.
Yeah.
Oh,
My favorite when you talk, they're like, "You talk so white,"
well,
and then I'm like, "I speak white." I remember when I was in high school, this was what a white boy said to me. It's like, "You're the whitest Black person I've ever met." And
Oh my God.
I'm like, what does that even mean? Like, can you explain that, sir?
I got that.
Go ahead,
so much
you're in
right
here.
now.
Oh, because I want to piggyback off of that. Because I've been called an Oreo before. That I sound really proper when I talk. Like, oh, well, I didn't know you could talk like that. Your speech is impeccable. How else am I supposed to sound?
They want you to do the neck rolls, the snaps.
I'm sorry, I'm not what you might stereotypically see on TV. I'm not presenting myself how you might see me.
Exactly.
Or once you start to get upset and then you sound Black suddenly.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
White the whole time, but then you were like, hold on, let me tell you something. They're like, oh, suddenly the Black girls come out, and you're like,
it's like, oh, you got so ghetto.
This is all me. Stop.
And that's another thing, like you were saying, Z, about how on TV you see like certain ways how they portray black people, which is how they did for a long time. But like as T said with the Cosby Family, that was a whole different persona of what a black family and what black kids can be, because they were educated. Those kids were the mom alone, Claire Huxtable.
Babe. When I was a kid, I wanted her to be my mom, but as an adult, hashtag babe. Okay.
Thank you. But like, they don't see a lot of shows like that. They see like, no offense to a lot of these shows, but like when the Wayne brothers had a TV show, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, you saw both in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Let me clarify that. When you saw both with Uncle Phil's kids and through Will, you saw both dynamics. And the thing is, a lot of them, they think we're more of Will's dynamic than Carlton's dynamic. And it's really sad because, like, how do you speak white? No. We can be educated. We are educated. Just because sometimes our tone changed, that doesn't mean we're ghetto or ratchet. Everybody gets upset, you know? So, anybody else have anything to say about that?
Yeah, so I have been caught up in that before, where I used to tease my little sister all the time because she would do some things. I'm just like, give me your black card and stuff like that. But like, she always knew I was joking. But like, when I really thought about it, I actually asked her, I said, how do you feel about it? She's like, I know that you don't mean it, but it still resonates. And I'm just like, oh, well, I see you as black. I recognize you, that you are black. So us joking around and stuff like that, that's just between us. So I will never let anybody else do that to you. I just want you to know that. And so because when I really think about it, like in high school, I kept my mouth shut. I didn't let nobody know that I was a nerd or anything else because I saw how people would be treated if they were a nerd. And so being black and a nerd, it's like, okay, double the trouble. And so like now, like actually like getting into it and me like finally like being myself and cosplay and stuff like that, I just like developed this thick skin to like cosplaying. Like I don't think that's a black thing. It's like, and I just like literally just had to educate them real quick. Be like, look, you see all these black people on this page. Look, you see all this. This is this. Look, this is it. Like, I get really frustrated when people say stuff like that. It's just like, yo, do you know where you come from? But like, we're all about this. I said cosplaying and all these other things are part of art. Black people invented art, basically. Like, I mean, come on, like, music is art too. It's like, who do you think came up with all that? Like,
all right, last question. Okay, what are things you have done to help you in this time? Like to help your mental health?
Animal Crossing.
I feel like that
seems so nice.
It's just
I've just been drawing. That's been
that too. That too.
Go ahead, Z.
I've been more social, but just not on social media. Like I've actually been IRL with friendos and like having sleepovers and watching movies to help distract me, because I'm the kind of person I will overly focus on it and I'll say I'm fine 10 hours later. So I've been trying to get more outside, for lack of better words, and getting away from my phone.
That's good. T.
Oh, did you say T?
I said T.
I
said T. I did not say J.
Y'all behaving. I
Sit down, Jay.
Ooh, wife chimed into the call.
Sit down, Jay.
I was like, that's not TV. Sit down, Jay.
Like, I was already sitting down. Thank you.
Yeah, he never got up, but that's not what happened.
I love you, Jay.
Where's the love?
I have just been taking this time to focus on everybody else. As an empath, it has been a lot. And because of that, I realized that there's just not a safe place for people to be right now. And the world is really heavy. So naturally, I like to take care of people. And so I just use this time to take the focus off of my emotions and focus on other people that are trying to work through their emotions. So I just always feel better when I help other people.
Jay. Now, Jay.
Okay, all right. I was just making sure.
Shame.
Day by day. Either through making videos, playing video games, doing other things to keep myself busy. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. I try to not to get on social media to see what's going on, but like,
It's
I
hard.
still have that. Yeah, I gotta know what's going on, and like especially when they just did the preliminary, it's just like I had to watch it because I needed to know. But like, so it's just like we've been saying from the beginning, it's just a roller coaster. It's just like sometimes I'm there, sometimes I'm just like, you know what? Let me just go get a fresher breath of air or something.
Yeah. I actually do have one more question. I lied. My bad. So like with this stuff going on, like how have you been like in a way helping? Like have you been like posting on social media? Have you guys been on the front line like marching and protesting too? Just wanted to know.
I personally can't protest.
Same.
I can't risk getting sick from anything because I have diabetes and other problems that I can't go out. And then it's too, like, my mom won't let me go. Not in the sense she doesn't want me to go, but she's like, I do not want you to get in the middle of anything and get hurt.
Yeah.
So I have been like, and I don't live with her, but she's just been like messaging me like, don't, please stay safe. But I've been retweeting, reposting, sharing links, donating when I can and things like that. I found that you can take your Sephora points and they have a little donation to put all your Sephora points in to donate. So since I don't have a lot of money, I'm like, I've got a lot of...
Oh, we just gonna act like we don't hear that? Oh, okay.
It was an ambulance.
I wasn't ready. That's not what I want to hear over here.
No, I know.
I know it wasn't a whoop whoop, but it was enough to get my attention. Okay.
Yeah. Just finding little things.
Yeah, I've been looking and trying to share links and stuff, especially where I live. I'm not even home, actually. My sister kidnapped me like 2 months ago, and I have not been back. And so I'm with her because she doesn't trust with COVID and my asthma, and it's like she's trying to make me lock down, stay here. So I've been trying to keep up with what's going on in New York, trying to inform people like on TikTok, on IG, like what the cops are doing. In New York, the cops, when they go to protest, they have an armband, a color. So I've been trying to like let them know what the color of the day is and stuff like that. So I've been putting up links everywhere. Every time I see something like where you can donate, I would like put it on my story and stuff like that. So, what you've been doing, Jay?
Jay, right? You said Jay, right?
I did.
All right, just making sure, you know.
Look at Steve's face.
I am making my blood pressure go through the roof. That's what he been doing.
not reporting in.
Not
Well,
checking.
checks.
You go to one protest and everybody's on your case. All right. But no, I did
you
do
went. I was like, excuse me, pay attention. Why you crossing the street with your phone on?
Okay. Photo whopping.
He's
Like,
looking
we
at no justice, no peace. I'm like, look forward. You're crossing the street.
Right into a gas can. Just right into it.
I was well aware. Thank you very much. I had somebody in front of me, so I had a bumper just in case. But no, so. But yeah, I have been posting everything I've seen that is informational, posting it out. In case people don't know, that I am a member of the NAACP. And so the things that they're putting out, I'm making sure people get out too.
NAACP. Sorry, you messed up. You said NAACP. Don't you mean NAACP?
No, NAACP. That's how
You
how
said
you really
NA.
supposed to say it.
You said 1A.
I said
go
two
ahead.
A's.
You said 1.
You didn't get the wax at the ear. Get the wax.
How
Get the
about
wax
you get it
out
right?
your ear.
Right.
NAACP. Thank you
I'm
very
gonna play it
much.
over and make you look wrong.
In case people don't know, that I am a member of the NAACP, and so the things that they're
Go ahead, continue.
represent mine. But no, anything they send out, I make sure I repost it. Locally, the local branch here, they're putting stuff together, so I'm helping with that. And then just passing out the information, like especially for like the people who are protesting and they get arrested, to give them the number who to call for the legal defense team and all that other stuff. So I'm like busy.
Same.
Thank you.
I understand. You guys are rock. So we're gonna end it here. Thank you guys for joining. Oh my gosh, it was beautiful.
Hey guys, so I'm just editing the video and it just seems that T hasn't put a proper closing in this, so I just wanted to say thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe and please support the channel, and this movement means a lot to us and I'm really glad that we have members in within the channel to actually speak up and can actually talk about their feelings and their movements. So thank you to Jay and thank you to T and to for organizing it, and then for bringing in their friends Z and Midnight and TEETEE. That's amazing. Thank you so much. You guys inspire me. I'm going to leave links in the description to donate and to sign petitions and stuff like that, and it just means a lot, and I really hope that you guys will come on board and that we can all support, we can all move together, because Black lives do matter, and I'm just so honored to be the one editing this. So thank you guys so much. We love you. Thank you for watching.